Honourable House Chairperson, Honourable Minister Mackenzie, Honourable Deputy Minister Mabe, fellow Honourable Members of Parliament, and fellow South Africans. It's such a great honour to stand here today when we are debating Vote 37 of Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. And I want to start where I thought I was going to end and say that as a Patriotic Alliance, we support Budget Vote 37, recognizing the department's efforts in driving social transformation, economic inclusion. We appreciate the fact that this budget has come before us, and even more so because I hear people talk about what happened in the other financial year. This GNU only came into existence when it had to inherit a budget. I think it is only fair and just to afford the GNU who's working an opportunity to be judged from a clean slate onwards until the end of this financial year, because it's very difficult to inherit a budget and expect to perform miracles. You see, those who are rejecting the budget, there is nothing different than looking at you with an opinion that you are busy with the greatest element of injustice to South Africans. You are robbing our youth who are looking for hope, and as sports, the only thing that unites our country. I don't think it is right to reject a budget, the first budget from scratch for this working GNU. I want to touch on what the minister said when he spoke about second chances. I have one question for you, Honourable Minister. We believe in second chances, but how is it then that patriots are afforded second chances when first option is given to foreign nationals to work in the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, when it's not a scarce skill? Such an example is Robben Island, where we have foreign nationals working. How can that be? Under your watch, Honourable Minister. So, you know, I just want to briefly also touch on what I've witnessed this weekend. On the way to Nelson Mandela Bay, I got the national squad partaking in netball in Cape Town, national school squad, who partook in netball in Cape Town. They complained by me because I approached them when I saw the kit that they were wearing. They said, this kit that we are wearing, it was on Saturday. We've been wearing since last week and Sunday. We only got one item to wear the whole week. So I'm appealing to the minister to zoom into this and find out, because that money came from provincial government that supplied them those kits. So I need this government to please look into those things so that those things don't happen again. I want to draw attention also, you know, I've seen on Saturday, on a flight to Nelson Mandela Bay, that plane was green. The Patriots wear green and gold when it comes to supporting our country. And we need this budget to ensure that more people are afforded an opportunity to wear green and gold. But by rejecting it, we are not going to attain that goal. The Patriotic Alliance congratulate the Minister Mackenzie and the department for the exemplary work in advancing sport as a tool.
Your time has now expired.
I have registered my point. Thank you,
Thank
Honourable House
you, Honourable
Chair.
Member.
Thank you so
Order,
much.
Honourable Members. The next speaker is the Honourable Denner. Order, Honourable Members. Please continue, Honourable Denner.
Voorsitter, daar is niks wat 'n land se mense, veral ons land se mense, so by mekaar kan bring soos sport nie. En daar is niks wat 'n land se mense, veral ons land se mense, so kan verdeel, soos ons eie tale en kulture wat in die hande van politieke opportuniste as 'n stok gebruik word om sekeres mee te slaan vir politieke punte nie. En ek praat nie van u nie, minister. Ek verwys na jou talle voorgangers wat die mandaat en die mag van hierdie departement misbruik het om te kwes, te vervreem, te verdeel en te verinneweer dit wat kosbaar is en gerespekteer behoort te word, soos ons taal, ons kultuur, ons diversiteit, ons erfenis en eintlik ons menswees. Jy moet mooi luister veral. Daarom het u nie 'n maklike taak nie, minister, want die mandaat van hierdie departement is om te verenig en te herbou, te koester en te bevorder ieder en elke taal en kultuur en erfenis van ieder en elke Suid-Afrikaners, ons en ook. We welcome key strategic interventions such as the promotion and protection of South Africa's diverse languages and cultures. Ons 12 amptelike landstale is skandelik afgeskeep as gevolg van 'n gebrek aan politieke wil en daadwerklike optrede om hierdie tale te beskerm en uit te bou. Ironies genoeg ten gunste van die koloniale taal, Engels. Veral Afrikaans loop gereeld deur as die taal van die sogenaamde wit onderdrukker, terwyl verreweg die meeste Afrikaans sprekendes nie wit is nie, soos die agbare polse. In plaas daarvan dat ander tale se hoër funksies soos die van Afrikaans tot akademiese en wetenskaplike tale ontwikkel word, word Afrikaans eerder afgetrek en vertrap. Klink dit soos die werk van 'n departement wat werklik tot taaldiversiteit verbind is? Ons verwag verandering en verbetering met betrekking tot hierdie aspek. Ons erfenis is 'n groot deel van wie ons is. Ons erfenis is nie anders 'n vooropgestelde idees van wie ons is nie, maar eerder dit wat ons en Suid-Afrika uniek maak in ons diversiteit. Daarom is dit ons opregte hoop dat Natem Tetwa se absurde plan vir sogenaamde parke vir skande standbeelde finaal nek omgedraai is. Die geskiedenis is die geskiedenis, goed en sleg. Ons erfenis is ons geleefde ervarings. Ons kan dit nie uitwis of in 'n donker hoekie iewers wegberre nie. Rig eerder nog standbeelde op, brei die stories uit, skets die volle prentjie. Daarom verwelkom ons ook eerder die departement se beplande speelparke en gedeelde areas in plaas van verdeling en vervreemding. Naamsveranderinge. Voorsitter, daar is partye in hierdie einste parlement wat onlangs nog versoeke gerig het vir dorpsnaamveranderinge. Daardie einste partye kla dan oor 'n gebrek aan hulpbronne en befondsing wat dienslewering en hulpverlening aan die armste van die armes belemmer. Tog wil daardie partye hê dat dorpe se name moet verander en miljoene daarop bestee moet word. Mens kan nie 'n dorp se naam eet of vir jou kinders voer nie. Jy kan dit nie soos 'n kombers oor jou kinders trek om hulle warm te hou nie. Dit gaan nie vir jou werk of welstand skep nie. Daardie partye se prioriteite is verkeerd. En 'n departement wat verkeerde prioriteite nastreef deur ag te slaan op sulke versoeke, laat die mense van Suid-Afrika in die steek. Ek sluit af waar ek begin het. Sport het die vermoë om 'n nasie soos ons in wat diep verdeel is te verenig. En ek weet die minister weet dit want ek sien hom elke naweek by die rugby. Agterstande moet uitgewis word, maar ons sal nooit benadeling regstel deur te benadeel nie. Sportontwikkeling moet van grondslagfase, grassroots level af, geprioritiseer word. Kinders van veral arm landelike gemeenskappe moet toegang hê tot kwaliteit fasiliteite en afrigting, sodat hulle talente van kleins af ontwikkel kan word. Dis daar waar die human gold lê, minister. Die regering van die laaste 30 jaar het arm landelike kinders in die steek gelaat deur nie fasiliteite op te rig nie, maar eerder die geld daarvoor te steel. Ons kan nie dit regstel deur rassekwotas en kosmetiese transformasie nie. Nee, voorsitter, ons kan nie gelyke uitkomste nastreef nie. Ons moet gelyke geleenthede
Remember, your
daarstel.
time is now expired. The next speaker is the Honorable Letlape.
Thank you, Chair, Honorable Minister and the Department. I'd like to acknowledge the fact that Banyana has proceeded to the knockout phase. And I'd also like to acknowledge
Order, honorable members.
our young Boke.
Honorable
for their
Letlape,
achievements.
Honorable Letlape, can you just take a seat? Honorable members, although we do allow interjections, we do not allow running commentary. Honorable Paulson, because it is disruptive, and also we do not refer to the way other members dress themselves. It's a personal, I'm talking to you. Are you challenging me? No, honorable member, you behave yourself, otherwise you leave. Please continue, Honorable Letlape.
Thank you, Chair. I just want you to understand, Minister, that you probably run one of the most important portfolios in this country in terms of healing this nation. We have youth that are swimming in drugs. we have children without opportunities. We always celebrate when a national team wins. When they lose, nobody's there. We talk about social cohesion when we get drunk together because the Bokke have won. But that's the wrong focus of what sport can do. Sport can do wonders if well supported in our schools. That's where the social cohesion can begin. When you look at Africa, we have sports stars that come back to save their countries. We have George Weah, who became the president of Liberia. We have the Cameroonian star who comes to support where government should have supported. We have a schooling system that creates educated people that are not employable. You can never have a supreme athlete that is unemployable. But it is not just about the supreme. Even the ones who never win anything, even the ones who never represent any nation, if it is organized in such a manner that they can participate, that's where they can learn discipline. That's where they can learn dedication. That's what will keep them off the streets. So, Minister, what I wish for you is that you take over sports in our schools. Don't leave it to educators, because they know very little about that. There are no coaches in our schools. There are no fields in our schools. Our children roam the streets after school, and that's how they get into drugs. That's how they get abused. So I want you to understand that the mandate that you have is a big mandate. When Banyana went to the current competition that they are in, there were challenges about equality. There were challenges about their salaries. Culture resides with you. So the notion of gender equality, you have a big role to play. And you can demonstrate by ensuring that those young women are treated just as well as Bafana is treated. It is your responsibility. People need to understand that without sponsorship, you can't develop sports. But your responsibility is to ensure that we have sound sponsorship. We don't have sponsorship that promotes gambling. We don't have sponsorship that promotes alcohol. So when we have all these houses that seem to be the ones supporting sport, we need to ensure that their products are not promoted, that they are not using sports sponsorship as a marketing tool. They are using it as a resource to restore our nation. You are underfunded, Minister. But we are not going to say because you are underfunded, we will not support this budget. We as Action SA support this budget. But we say it is your job to clean that department out. It is your job to ensure that if there are sports structures that are being developed, they are developed in time. VAR should be here today so that we could have international standards to meet. I encourage you to continue looking for sponsorship so that we can be a venue for many sports, including Formula One. We support you, but we want ethical
Honourable Member, your
standards
time has expired.
I thank you.
I now recognize the Honourable Deputy Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture. The Honourable Deputy Minister.
Honorable House Chairperson, Minister, honorable members, good morning. The allocation of 6.31 billion for the year 2025-2026 is aimed at expediting service delivery through strategic interventions to create job opportunities and to contribute to the economic growth. The Recreation Development and Sports Promotion Program receives 4.1 billion of the department's budget over the medium term. This allocation demonstrates our commitment to enhancing mass participation, talent development and infrastructure support to strengthen sports and recreation across South Africa. Honorable members, on the 16th of July 2024, we made a commitment in this House to promote healthy lifestyle and physical activity in line with the National Development Plan. Through Active Nation program, we support the provision of mass participation opportunities in sports and recreation. I am pleased to announce that in the financial year 2025-2026, the department has budgeted 24 million for the construction of 30 community outdoor gyms and children's play parks in municipal open spaces. Our teams and athletes have set the sporting scene ablaze with their performances and achievements. We are proud of the achievements of Team South Africa that proudly hoisted our flag at the 2024 Olympic and Paralympic Games in Paris, France. The brilliant team and individual performances by Akani Simbini, Bayanda Walaza, Drikas Duplessis, encapsulated the hashtag no DNA, just RSA phenomenon. Akani Simbini continues to dominate the international tracks, achieving extraordinary results. This shows what determination, discipline, and opportunity means. Once again, our heroines, Banyana Banyana, are hoisting our flag very high at the WAFCON. We congratulate the team for reaching the quarterfinal of the WAFCON tournament. We must condemn the treatment that the team faced with challenges of payments. We will not tolerate any wage disparities when it comes to our teams. Equal pay is non-negotiable, and we welcome the progress made in renewing the sponsorship for the team with Sasol, and we are inviting more sponsorship to support the team. Honorable members, we made a commitment to revive school sports. We believe that each child in school must be a child in sport. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture and Basic Education have signed an MOU which addresses the challenges that prevent the establishment of well-coordinated and seamless sports, arts and culture programs as a critical factor in the development of young people of our country. I'm also pleased to announce that the department budgeted 53.5 million to support 208 school sports programs at the district level, enhancing school-based languages and competition, and a further 72 million to enable 5,000 learners to participate in the national sports schools champion. Honorable Chair, the promotion and development of arts and culture is crucial for heritage preservation, promoting diversity and social cohesion. For the 2025-2026 financial year, the cultural and creative industries development is allocated 32 million to facilitate access to local and international markets. The Mzansi Golden Economy strategy fosters job creation, economic transformation, and inclusivity. We aim to create 10,000 job opportunities through financially supporting 27 projects that facilitate local and international market access. We are creating opportunities and breaking the new international market. Amapiano is taking the world by storm. The historic triumph of the South Africa's dynamic DJ duo TXC at the 25 BET Award in Los Angeles marks not only a personal achievement, but a monumental step for the South African Amapiano music scene. They won the Best New International Act. Their sound, energy, and enthusiasm have resonated globally, providing that our culture and creativity know no doubts. The signing into law of the Copyrights Amendment Bill will ensure protection of copyrights for our artists. This is crucial for musicians as it protects their creative work and provides exclusive rights to control usage and distribution. We are engaging with various royalty collection organizations to ensure that our artists get what is fairly due to them in terms of their royalty collection. Honorable members, we also pay tribute to the incredible talent and dedication of Ms. Vanya Mangaliso, a true visionary in the world of fashion. Her designs have not only captivated audiences, but have also inspired a new generation of fashion enthusiasts. With every stitch, every cut, and every detail, she brought her unique perspective to life on the runway and beyond. As we chart the way forward, one of the key focus areas is the development and elevation of the design industry in South Africa. In recognition of this gap, we will be convening a national designer imbizo, a strategic engagement platform that will bring together designers, innovators, academic institutions, industry leaders, and government stakeholders. This initiative forms part of a broader vision to position the creative industries at the center of South Africa's economic recovery, youth employment strategies, and global cultural perspective. Our World Heritage Sites will play a key role in hosting, educating, and entertaining our international guests this year as we host the G20 countries. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, working closely with the Department of Fisheries and Environment to ensure that World Heritage Sites are ready and are part of the program of the working groups of the G20 summit. On the 5th of July, 2025, the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, through its Fantuka of Living Legends recognition series, hosted a landmark tribute concert in honor of the iconic Mama Abigail Kubeka, celebrating an extraordinary 68 years in honor of iconic Mama Abigail, celebrating an extraordinary 68-year career in South Africa's music, arts and cultural landscape. As we raise awareness of our musical heritage, it is essential to celebrate the living icons while they can still smell their flowers. Honorable members, we are all acutely aware of the financial constraints currently facing our country. The Mama Abigail Kubeka tribute concert demonstrated the profound impact that strategic partnership between the public and private sectors can have. Our resolve in dealing with GBVF remains unshaken. We will continue working with the Kgolekane GBF awareness program, which is a crucial for addressing and preventing violence against women and girls. This, in conclusion, members, this budget fully supports inclusion of disabled athletes and artists. Honorable Chair and honorable members, I hereby support and put this budget to this honorable House for approval. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Minister. The next speaker is the Honorable Meshu.
Mr. Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Minister, I firstly want to congratulate Banyana for beating Mali convincingly 4-0. And I want to concur with my colleague who said that Banyana has to be treated as Bafana. Because if we compare the two, Banyana definitely outclasses Bafana. That is why they have to be treated equally. And they have to be acknowledged and promoted. We want to see stadiums full of men. And I'm planning to be one of them to cheer our ladies who are doing exceptionally well. The 2025-26 budget for the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture reveals troubling stagnation in funding for Program 2, recreation development, and sport promotion. While other programs see modest increases, Program 2 received a nominal decrease from 1,282 billion to 1,281 billion rands, an effective cut when adjusted for inflation. This underinvestment is concerning, given Program 2's pivotal role in grassroots sports, school sports, and club development, which are critical drivers of social cohesion. For many unemployed people, sport is a lifeline. It offers structure, identity, and skills that are transferable and bring hope in places where opportunities are scarce. This year marks 30 years since the iconic 1995 Rugby World Cup victory, when a new democratic South Africa united behind the Springboks to beat the All Blacks. That spirit endures in Amajita's historic Under-20 AFCON title, the Bok Women's 4th Rugby Cup triumph, the Proteas World title win against Australia in Test cricket, and Banyana Banyana on their way to the 18 million rands prize money, defending their title in the 2025 Confederation of African Football Women's Cup of Nations in Morocco. Honorable Minister, recreation facilities, swimming pools, and more sporting fields are desperately needed, particularly in townships, where our young people are being drawn to drugs. I think focus has now to be shifted to the have-nots, rather than continue increasing finances for those who have and for those who are arrived. So, sporting
Honorable
facilities.
Meshu, your time has expired.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is the Honorable Ghana.
Honorable members, fellow South Africans, we can all agree that in the last 12 months, it has been a golden 12 months for South African sport. The Springboks continue to make us proud. Bafana are on the door of the FIFA World Cup. Amajita are the Under-20 AFCON champions. Banyana are charging into the women's AFCON quarterfinals. We are the Test cricket champions of the world, and our athletes are flying the flag on tracks across the globe. This is what South Africa looks like at its best, when talent, hard work, and national pride come together. But I rise this morning to sound the alarm on two issues that threaten to undermine this success. First is governance, Minister. While our athletes shine, the boardrooms are in disarray. SAFA, Boxing South Africa, Netball South Africa, Athletics South Africa are all riddled with internal politics, power plays, and mismanagement of funds. The young men and women who represent this country deserve excellence on and off the field. We cannot let this generation be failed by broken institutions. We need urgent reforms and credible leadership in our sporting bodies. The second, and most urgently, it is the issue of gambling, sports betting, and their sponsorship. Minister, I saw your video on the socials before we played Italy in Pretoria, where you were giving away Springbok tickets that were sponsored by Betway and FNB. I was disturbed, Minister. Not at you giving away tickets, but the soft advertising to sports betting. And let's be honest, intended or not, it was an advert for a gambling company. And that's a problem. Gambling addiction is real in our country. It is becoming a pandemic in our communities. Families are losing homes, children are going hungry, and lives are being destroyed. Betting companies are flooding poor communities with 24/7 adverts, promising riches they can't deliver. Even school children are getting addicted to gambling and sports betting. and we must draw a line. Responsible advertising is not optional, it is a moral obligation. Betting companies must not target vulnerable communities, and government leaders must not become brand ambassadors for gambling. We must demand transparency, no more secret sponsorship deals with SAFA or any other federation. If we can regulate tobacco and alcohol, we can regulate gambling advertising too. Let sport be a source of hope, not a gateway to gambling addiction. Let us govern sports better and give effect to the full
Honourable member,
portfolio
your
of
time is
sports, arts and
expired.
culture. Let's protect our people from exploitation. Nakens, I'm Tramashtol.
Thank you, Honourable Member. The next speaker is the Honourable Van Zyl.
Thank you, House Chairperson. The Department of Sports, Arts and Culture has one of the most powerful mandates in this government: to build social cohesion, create jobs, and empower young people in every community across South Africa. It is a department that touches identity, talent, and economic potential. Yet, when we turn to this budget, the picture is frustratingly mixed. On paper, 6.3 billion rand in 25-26, growing to 19.1 billion rand over the medium term, offers real potential. We welcome the projected creation of up to 38,000 jobs in the arts and creative industries. We also support the infrastructure rollout of 54 new libraries and 30 community gyms and play parks. These are the kinds of projects that reach to the grassroots young people in rural villages and township communities, especially women, artists, and local athletes who have long been shut out of opportunity. For many of them, this is not just about facilities, it is about dignity, hope, and a future that finally includes them. We support the department's equity focus, but support must be matched with scrutiny. We are deeply concerned about the decline in funding for the Mzansi Golden Economy, dropping by 19.5% annually after this year. This program is the engine of job creation in the creative sector, and we cannot allow it to wither due to poor planning or shifting political priorities. Chairperson, over 80% of this department's budget is transferred to provinces and entities. That is about 5 billion rand in 25-26 alone. But what are we getting in return? How many libraries are built? How many jobs are verified? How many community arts programs sustained after one financial year? For every one of these unanswered questions, there's a young person left without opportunity, a community without hope, and a promise left empty. This is where oversight must be tightened. Parliament must ensure that this budget is properly used by the department, openly and transparently. Honourable Chairperson, we must also speak plainly about leadership. The Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Mr. Gayton McKenzie, has a duty to lead with integrity, transparency and consistency. And yet he has repeatedly failed to attend portfolio committee meetings, at least 15 absences, including key hearings on his 90 million rand VAR rollout promise. His absence is not only weakens oversight, but also signals a disturbing pattern of disregard for parliamentary accountability, an essential pillar of democratic governance. We cannot afford a department that governs by a Twitter thread, while accountability to this House is ignored. Chairperson, the DA remains committed to communities we serve. We want a department that creates sustainable creative jobs, libraries that are opened, staffed, and accessible, sports facilities that are not ghost projects, and leadership that respects Parliament and the people. We support the intention of this budget, but we will continue to hold this department accountable until that intention becomes a delivery. I thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Member. The next speaker is the Honourable Molatsani.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Minister. Good morning, DM. Honorable members, DSEC staff, South Africa at large, especially Batuba Free State, Hahulu, Metima Hulu, Zamdala Mokizwante. As you can see, I'm wearing the APSA Marathon medal. I'm thrilled to have participated in ABSA Marathon in Durban. The series is a fantastic way to promote a healthy lifestyle, grassroots development, community engagement, and city exploration. Kudos to the organizers for putting such a fantastic event. Today, ANC rise to support Vote 37 and a substantial investment of 6.31 billion allocated to the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture for the 2025-26 financial year. This budget presents our unwavering commitment to using sports, arts and culture as powerful instrument for achieving the Government of National Unity's vision of promoting unity across racial, economic and geographic boundaries through targeted community programs, cultural celebrations and inclusive participation initiatives that foster shared national identity. The recreation development and sports promotion programs stands as a cornerstone of our sporting excellence strategy, receiving a substantial allocation of 1.28 billion for 2025-26, representing 21.27% of the total of the department budget. This investment demonstrates our government unwavering commitment to developing sports as a powerful tool for social cohesion and nation building. Over the medium-term expenditure framework, this program shows our sustained commitment with projected increase to 1.36 billion in 2026-27 and 1.42 billion by 27-28. These allocations will support our three critical sub-programs, the Winning Nation initiatives with 240.7 million, the Active Nation program with 712.6 million, and infrastructure support with 327.9 million. This mass participation conditional grant exemplifies our commitment to inclusive development and economic growth. This grant shows a steady increase over the MTF period from 627.2 million in 25-26 to 656 million in 2026-27, reaching 685.7 million in 2027-28. This reflects continued commitment to economic growth through inclusive development programs that reach every corner of our nation. Honorable Chair, the grant distribution across provinces demonstrates our commitment to equitable development, from Gauteng receiving 120.3 million to the Northern Cape receiving 34.1 million, ensuring that no community is left behind in our sporting transformation agenda. The heritage promotion and preservation received the largest share of the department budget at 2.79 billion in 2025-26, growing to 3.05 billion in 2027-28. This substantial allocation demonstrates our government commitment to preserving South Africa's rich heritage as a foundation for nation building. Programs comprises critical areas including National Archive Services, 59.8 million, heritage institutions, 686.7 million, National Library Services, 164.8 million, and Public Library Services, 1.67 billion. These investments ensure that our historical record is preserved and accessible for future generations. Our commitment to school sports development is evident in our support for sports like the National School Sports Championship, which serves as a platform for young people to showcase their skills and align with our focus on education and skills development. The 2025 National School Sports Championships, including the Autumn Games held in Bloemfontein, demonstrate our commitment to providing opportunities for learners from all backgrounds to participate in organized sports. These championships foster nation building and social cohesion by bringing together learners from different races, diverse backgrounds, and social classes, giving life to the Memorandum of Understanding between Department of Basic Education. The budget reflects our commitment to consolidating the social wage through reliable, quality basic services, Community-based sports activities receive substantial funding through our mass participation program, with 627.2 million allocated to provinces for grassroots sports development. This investment in community-based activities promotes social cohesion by ensuring that sports become accessible to all South Africans, regardless of their socio-economic background. It is important to note that the budget includes significant allocation for capital works infrastructure development, with 175.5 million allocated for legacy projects in 2025-26. This investment in sports infrastructure aligns perfectly with the SONA 2025 announcement of 940 billion allocated for infrastructure investment over the next 3 years. Our capital transfers include oversight and support for sports infrastructure projects in municipalities, capital works for legacy projects, infrastructure for public entities, and upgrading of public spaces and community art centers. Moreover, Honorable Chair, the budget supports our commitment to using sports as a vehicle for promoting social cohesion, with funding for events like the Nelson Mandela Sports and Culture Day. This reflects our commitment to building a nation united in diversity and advancing social transformation. As Nelson Mandela himself said, I quote, "Sports has the power to change the world. It has the power to inspire. It has the power to unite people in a way that little else does," unquote. Our budget allocation for international sporting events demonstrate the GNU commitment to building a better South Africa, a better Africa and world through international cooperation and showcasing South African excellence. South Africa's track record is successfully hosting major international sporting events from the 1995 Rugby World Cup to the 2010 FIFA World Cup, demonstrate our capability to unite the nation and showcase our excellence on the global stage. Honorable members, heritage institutions and museums providing substantial support for heritage institutions, with 686.7 million allocated to heritage institutions for 2025-26. This includes funding for entities such as the Ditsong Museum of South Africa, 119.7 million, Freedom Park, 116 million, Iziko Museum, 106.3 million, and Robben Island Museum, 93 million. These institutions serve as the custodians of our national memory and contribute to nation building by preserving and interpreting our diverse heritage for current and future generations. The allocation of 59.8 million for National Archives services support the preservation of documentary heritage, reflecting the ANC commitment to preserving historical records as foundation for understanding our country's past and shaping its future. This investment ensures that our documentary heritage remains accessible to researchers, students, and public, contributing to our collective understanding of South Africa's journey. Community library services grant demonstrates our commitment to providing access to information and knowledge. The current allocation shows 1.39 billion for operational support in 2025-2026, increasing to 1.80 billion by 2027-2028. However, capital component decreases from 257.2 million in 2025-26 to 0 by 2027 and 28, as grants are being phased out in favor of provincial equitable shares. The South African Heritage Resources Agency plays a crucial role in protecting and managing our national heritage resources, ensuring that our built environment and cultural landscapes are preserved for future generations. When we address challenges moving forward, we want to say, while we celebrate this investment, we must acknowledge that transformation in sports and art still faces challenges. The budget represents our commitment to addressing these challenges through sustained investment and focused programs that promote inclusivity and excellence. Honorable Chairperson, this budget presents more than financial allocation. It represents our commitment to building a truly united non-racial and prosperous South Africa. Through sports and arts and culture, we are not just entertaining our people, we are building the social fabric that will bind our nation together for generations to come. The substantial investment in the recreation development, sports promotion program, the commitment to heritage preservations, and the support for community-based program demonstrate that this government recognizes the transformative power of sports, arts, and culture in the building of South Africa we all inspire to create. We call upon all members of parliament to support Vote 37 and join us in noble endeavor to use sports, arts, culture, and instruments of transformation to unity and national pride. Together we shall build a winning nation and celebrate the diversity while marching forward in one people. Minister, we support VAR in our soccer games, but let's mandate SAFA to go and find sponsors first. Then DSEC will come later to assist. Anyway, MK, we are not expecting anything from you. You always object anything that you see, but you fail to perform in a portfolio committee. Amandla!
Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. Order, honorable members. I now recognize the honorable, order, honorable members. I now recognize the Honorable Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture to reply to the debate. Honorable Member, you had your opportunity. We heard you. The Minister can now respond to what you said.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Chair. I would start with Honorable Meshu. I agree fully with you, Honorable Meshu, that it's an undeniable fact that Banyana Banyana should be paid the same as Bafana Bafana. And I will invite you to the next game to be my guest at the next Banyana Banyana game. I would then want to go to Honorable Van Zyl. Social cohesion is very important for this country. And it's true what you said that I didn't attend some of the portfolio committee meetings. There's no excuse for that. It's inexcusable, and I will do much better. You have my word. Honorable Ghana, I'll come back to you on that issue. I want Honorable Nkunu from MK. You know, money being sent back is a thing that's dead and buried. Money was sent back that time of the time of Ubaba. But now it's the time of Mackenzie. There's no money that will be sent back. Yeah. To Honorable Lutuli, you know, and I'm going to Nkandla next week to go and erect. We're going to do a combi court there. So I'm going to tell the people that you didn't vote for this combi court. You tried to prevent the combi court from being built. To Honorable Lutuli, you'll be very happy to hear that the rural areas is the main priority for us because it is a forgotten area. And we are going to focus on that mainly. Honorable Makato, thank you very much. I have learned from your words. It was indeed very, very, very wise words. You know, I want to go to Honorable Denner. Nasibou is die grootste ding waarmee ons te doen het as 'n nasie op die oomblik. Ons moet die nasie bou. Ons het nie 'n kans nie. Ons moenie skaam kry oor Afrikaans. Afrikaans is 'n baie mooi taal en is 'n regmatige taal en is 'n taal wat gepraat word deur baie van ons. Naamsveranderings moet gebeur, maar dit moet so gebeur dat niemand voel hulle word leed aangedoen as ons die name van die plekke verander. En diegene wat nie die gedeelte sing van die stem, hulle sal moet gepenaliseer word of gearresteer word. Want as jy dis naamskending, as jy nie die stem, nog nooit in die geskiedenis van enige land, het die mense gekry wat nie hulle volkslied, die national anthem sing nie. Dit kan nie wees nie. 'n gedeelte, hulle moet tronk toegestuur word, die tronk wat hulle so van praat die hele dag. Hulle moet to Dr. Litlapa, I want to say to you, you know, your words are deep, they are true, and they are visionary. You have aptly spoke about what this department should or could and must be. And I want to thank you greatly for those words. I take heed of them. The responsibility is much bigger than what most people realize in this department. I want to just quickly go to two issues quickly, and so I can end with, to Honorable Muletsani, your knowledge of this department is blowing me away, and thank you for always supporting the grassroots sports. You are always at matches, very at netball. I really appreciate, and I appreciate your words today. To Honorable Mglua, you know, colored guys are seen as gangsters, and we have been named all sorts of names. The fact that you have a problem with Dr. Links, a colored man that has risen to become a doctor, I shudder to think what you would think of normal colored people. Lastly, I want to come to Honorable Mtetwa. Honorable Mtetwa, your problem is you are trying to fight through me battles that you've lost when you're in the creative sector. You have lost those battles and you are trying to fight. You speak about my son having gotten a team. My son took his money, private money from his businesses and his deals to buy a football team, while your child got a bursary, while you couldn't pay for your own child's bursary. So leave my son out of your mouth. Because we are not the same. Your children get free bursaries. Mine
Point of order.
get nothing. Lastly, gambling departments.
Honourable
this
Minister,
ability-
will you just take your seat, please?
Oh.
What is the point of order, Honourable Member? You can switch on your microphone.
I don't think it's prudent to allow the minister to speak about the Honourable Mtetwa's personal life here. It's unnecessary. If that's what we're going to degenerate to, we'll all be talking nonsense here. Please ignore that drunkard over there. Ignore that drunkard.
Honourable members, you see, take a seat, Minister. That's why we must be careful in our debating when we draw relatives into debates, because there will be a response. And the Minister is now responding to that. So let us, honourable members, be very, very careful. Let us debate with one another, about one another and our parties, but leave our children out of it. That can be done on a different platform. Honourable Minister?
Thank you so much. Lastly, the quick one, Honorable Ghana. We must sometimes be honest. PSL is the best run league in the whole Africa. What Dr. Koza has done is phenomenal, but he couldn't have done that without gambling sponsorship. And what I'm trying to do as a minister, I'm trying to bring corporates back into sponsoring. We must be honest as leaders. We are the lawmakers. We need to make laws regarding gambling. But at the moment, I can tell already I will support gambling companies putting money into sport because
Honourable Minister,
I am a witness
your time
to
is
the
now
change.
expired.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honourable members, you are reminded that debate on Vote 2 Parliament will take place in the Globe Chamber at 2 o'clock today in a hybrid plenary. That concludes the debate and the business of this mini plenary session, and the mini plenary will now rise.